a child, this church is so huge, but growing up in the church and school together, this church was very comfortable. It was more of a home for me then.
When I say Trinity feels like home, I don't know that I really have an answer to that question. It was just, I grew up Lutheran, and it was just walking in here, you just felt at home, and then you got to know the people, and there's so much with the people of Trinity. It's not about where you are, it's about the people.
My name's Stan Nord. I have been connected to Trinity for as long as I can remember. My father went here. I've got a deep connection, so before I was even born, I was connected to Trinity.
My name's Brie Nord, and I came to Trinity about 13 years ago when Stan and I moved here. And I had been here before. We had come for Christmas services when we were up in Chicago and stuff. And we'd kind of church shopped when we came here, but because Stan had a strong history here and I grew up Lutheran, it was kind of home.
I have so many memories of the church and school together. I remember the carpet being put down. I remember sitting in the pews and finally my toes were able to touch the ground. Then the padding came and I had to wait another year for my toes to be able to touch the ground again. I remember when the lights were put in. I remember the portable classrooms taking up our recess area. I remember sliding down the hill that's non-existent. I remember the baseball field that was there. I remember progressing from the little kid bathroom to the big kid bathroom. So I remember the skits that we did in the church, the plays that we did in the school. There are so many memories that I have. When I was going to school, there were several constants that I had. The church was always something that was involved. Kindergarten, first grade through 8th grade. You would progress from classroom to classroom, have a different teacher, possibly new classmates, but you always had the church. Then there were the pastors. I would see the pastors daily, every day of the week, except possibly Saturdays. I remember Pastor Garricky. The way that he would shake your hand, he would put his hand out, palm up. You would put your hand inside and then he would put his other hand on top. Then he would lean down, he'd smile, he'd say your name, and then he'd either give you a blessing or he'd make a comment about something you made at school, something you did at school, a sports activity, or something personal in your life.
You know, you get the excitement of the church and school together, and then you go to the service, but then yet you can go head to the gym and do this and you have some space. I'm totally excited about it because it provides so many new opportunities. We do stuff with the women's group, and having the church and school together, it provides a good space to be able to do activities. I think it's awesome, and the kids are gonna love it.
I want future generations to have the same connection that I had as a child growing up in a church school. My prayers are that when these children that do grow up in a church school come back, that they will want to raise their kids in a church school and have that same gift to give their children. With Luther Oaks being right next to this church school, I am excited because one day I'm going to be there and I want a golf cart to come pick myself and everybody else up that wants to come to church at Trinity and drive us over. How awesome would that be?
I hope people can join us and get excited about this campaign of building on the cornerstone.
Please join me and my family in building upon this cornerstone and making the church and school awesome once again.